Ever since my parents died, it's been just me, my older brother, and our 2 little sisters. The car accident took both of them when I was 23. My brother was 25. The twins were only 16. Someone had to run the family business. Harmon and Sons. Funeral home has been ours for 3 generations. My grandfather started it, my father expanded it, and now it belongs to us. My brother took one look at the basement prep room during the estate walkthrough and bought a plane ticket to Singapore. He manages the financial side now, takes calls from clean offices overseas, and wires money home for the twins' college fund. I got the basement, I got the bodies, and I got the rules. I found them in my father's desk the day after we buried him, tucked inside an envelope with my name on it. 3 handwritten rules on yellowed paper, the same ones his father had given him. There was a note paper-clipped to it. Tommy, follow these exactly. I'm sorry it has to be you. The twins can never know what happens downstairs. Keep them away. Dad. I laminated the rules and taped them above the prep table, just like he'd done. That was 4 years ago. I'm 27 now, and I haven't slept properly since. Rule number 1. Never be the last person to leave the building. Always make sure at least one body remains unsupervised for the night. This confused me at first. Shouldn't we secure everything before we leave? Lock up properly? But my father was clear. When I closed for the night, I needed to leave before doing a final walkthrough of the cold storage. Finish my work and go. Don't check on them one last time. I broke this rule during my first month. It was a Thursday night, nearly midnight, and I just prepped an elderly man named Carl Rigby. Heart failure. Simple case. I cleaned up, locked the prep room, and went through my checklist by habit. The same checklist I'd seen my father follow for years. Storage locked, doors checked, system armed. I was pulling out of the parking lot when I realized I'd cleared the whole building. My phone buzzed before I even reached the main road. Security alert. Motion detected in the basement prep room. I pulled over and stared at that notification for a long time. I hadn't triggered it. I'd been gone at least 5 minutes. Something was moving down there. I sat there staring at my phone. I almost drove back. Almost. Instead, I went home and barely slept. When I came in the next morning, everything looked normal at first. Then I checked the log book. Drawer 4 had been accessed at 12:47 a.m. I was the only one with keys. I was the only one in the building. I opened drawer 4. The woman inside had been dead for 6 days, waiting for her service. Her viewing wasn't until Saturday, but her eyes were open now. They hadn't been open when I'd checked her that afternoon. And on the inside of the drawer door, smudged into the condensation, were handprints. Small. Female. Waxy. I remembered what my father had written in his journal, the one I'd found with the rules. They get restless when they think we've all gone. Don't give them that chance. Rule number 2. If you hear your name whispered, do not respond. Do not turn around. Finish your task and leave the room calmly. The building makes sounds. I learned to ignore most of them. The coolers humming, pipes settling, the old furnace kicking on. But voices are different. I heard my name 8 months in. I was embalming a woman in her 50s. Suicide, no service planned. I was working on her arms when I heard it, clear and soft, right behind me. Thomas. It was a man's voice, polite, like someone trying to get my attention at a grocery store. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I kept my eyes on the body in front of me. Her eyes were closed. Her lips were sewn shut. But I could feel it behind me, waiting to see what I'd do. I didn't turn. I didn't speak. I finished the arterial injection with shaking hands, cleaned my station, and walked out. Slowly. The whole time I could feel it following me with its eyes. Later, I checked my father's journal again. He'd written about this too. They want to know if you're listening. If you acknowledge them, they know you can hear. Never let them know. There was another entry, dated 3 years before he died. Robert answered once. Robert was my uncle. He quit 2 days later. Won't return my calls. His wife says he hears them everywhere now, in their house. Says they followed him home. Rule number 3. Everybody must be dressed by 3 a.m. If you are still dressing someone at 3:01 a.m., stop immediately, leave the body as it is, and do not return to that room until sunrise. This is the rule that keeps me up at night. 3 a.m. is the deadline. My father's journal had a whole page about this rule, underlined twice. The dead are settled by 3 a.m. After that, if you're still touching them, you're not working on a body anymore. You're working on something that's waking up. Stop. Leave. Wait for sunrise. I almost broke this rule last week. A girl came in, 22, car accident. Her mother brought a specific dress, pale yellow with buttons up the back. The body was damaged, and I had to be careful. I was so focused on doing it right that I lost track of time. The grandfather clock in the hall chimed 3 times. I looked down. I was buttoning the last clasp at the base of her neck, and I felt breath on my hands, not air from the ventilation. Breath. Warm and slow. I yanked my hands back. Her eyes were closed, but her lips had parted slightly, and her chest moved. Just once, a shallow rise and fall. I backed toward the door. Her head turned on the table. Not much, just enough that if her eyes had been open, she'd be looking right at me. I left her there, one button undone, and sat in the upstairs lobby until dawn. When I came back at 6:30, she was stiff again. Cold. Her head was straight, but the dress was completely buttoned. Perfect. I don't know what finished dressing her. I don't want to know. I tried to quit last month. I called my brother in Singapore at 2 a.m. My time, desperate. I can't do this anymore, I told him. I want out. Like you got out. He was quiet for a long time. Then, Tommy, I left before I ever worked down there, before I did my first prep alone. You're past that now. What does that mean? Dad told me once, right before I left for school. He said once they know your name, once you've touched them alone in that room, they remember you, even if you leave. His voice got quieter. That's why he let me go. I'm sorry, Tommy. I'm so sorry it had to be you. He hung up. He hasn't answered my calls since. Last night I was lying in my own bed, in my apartment 15 miles from the funeral home, and I heard it again. Thomas. It came from my closet. The door was closed. I didn't answer. I still follow the rules, even at home. But this morning when I woke up, the closet door was open. If this work ever chooses you, follow the rules. Don't ask questions. And whatever you do, don't let them know you can hear them. Because I think they've been waiting for us to listen the whole time.